What if the person you trusted to guide you was also grooming you? A mentor, a coach, a boss, a teacher. I know how it sounds. They helped you. They believed in you. Maybe part of you is still grateful. But if you slowly became more dependent on their approval and less able to trust yourself without them, that was not mentorship. Here are the 7 signs to look out for. Sign number 1, they made you feel uniquely chosen. Not just you have potential, more like I see something in you that other people miss. I don't say this to everyone. You're different. And if you've ever felt unseen, overlooked, or underestimated, this can feel amazing. Here's the distinction. Being truly seen by a mentor should make you feel more connected to yourself. If being seen by them made you feel more attached to them, more dependent on their continued belief in you, that's not mentorship. That is the hook. For example, maybe you started to feel like you were different from the other people in their life, special, ahead of the rest, and that feeling quietly became something that they made you want to hold on to. A healthy mentor makes you feel capable, but not superior to others. Their belief in you points you back to yourself, not needing their continued recognition. And here's what most people don't know. You weren't chosen because something was wrong with you. You were chosen because something was right. Your openness, your loyalty, your genuine desire to grow. And those are beautiful things. And they were exactly what got used. Sign number 2, they crossed the professional line and made it feel like closeness. A mentor is, by nature, in a guiding or professional role. That means the relationship has an appropriate shape to it. A mentor can care about you as a whole person, but their curiosity about your life should stay in service of your growth. A grooming mentor moves across that professional line over time, and this can happen slowly over months or years, or it can happen really quickly. They begin drawing things out of you that go beyond what their role as a mentor requires. They go into your wounds, your insecurities, your deep family history, your fears, your loneliness, and it can feel like care. It can feel like depth and connection. But access that goes beyond the role before real trust has been earned is not genuine intimacy. It's leverage. So for example, maybe you found yourself sharing a lot of personal things about your past, all of your relationships, your insecurities, your fears, in a context that started out professional. They often shared their own vulnerabilities too, which made it feel mutual. But the closeness kept pulling you closer to them, not closer to yourself. A healthy mentor knows their role. They care about you as a whole person, but their interest in your personal life serves your growth, not crossing the line to gain access to you. Sign number 3, their praise made you dependent on their approval. At first, the validation felt empowering. You're so talented. You're finally getting it. I'm so proud of you. But slowly, without noticing, you stopped trusting your own read on things. You started running everything through them first. Their reaction became the thing that told you whether your work was good or not, whether you were good or not. Maybe you'd rewrite something 5 times before sending it to them, not because you weren't sure of the content, but because you did not want to disappoint them. Or maybe it showed up before sessions, a low-grade anxiety instead of excitement. You weren't preparing to learn, you were preparing to not let them down. And after, you'd replay their reactions, reading the tone, checking to see if you'd passed. A healthy mentor celebrates your wins and points you back to yourself. Look at what you did, not implying, look what I helped you do. Their praise builds your self-trust, not your need for them. Before we go into sign 4, if you're watching this and something is clicking, it has everything to do with how you're naturally wired to connect and trust. I made a free quiz that takes about 2 minutes, and it shows you your relationship clarity style, how you make sense of relationships when things get confusing. The link is in the description below. Take it after watching this. It'll make a lot click. Okay, sign number 4. Their help started to feel like debt. They opened doors. They invested their time and energy into you. They gave you praise, opportunities, belief, and somehow that became, who are you to question them after everything they've done for you? That's the shift right there. Healthy help leaves you feeling grateful and free, but this dynamic left you indebted. So for example, when something started to feel wrong, a voice showed up after everything they've done for you. That voice didn't belong to you. It was installed, and it made sure that you stayed. On the other hand, a healthy mentor gives without keeping score. Their support is a gift, not a down payment on your loyalty, your silence, or your obedience when something feels wrong. Sign number 5, disagreeing came with a cost. Not just a healthy challenge, a cost. So maybe they didn't yell, but they went cold, or they reframed your pushback as your own resistance, as your fear of growth, as your ego, as you not being ready. Either way, the message was the same: fall into line or lose access. So maybe you had a thought that didn't match what they said. You almost said it and then you didn't. Not because you were wrong, but because some part of you already knew what it would cost or what they might say. And over time, you stopped bringing things up, not because you didn't have concerns, but because you'd quietly learned that having them was a problem. A healthy mentor can handle your disagreement. They want to hear your concerns. They want to have a deeper discussion. A safe relationship can survive your no. Now, if you're recognizing yourself in these, stay with me. The next one is one most people completely miss, and it's the one that keeps the confusion alive the longest. Sign number 6. When something felt off, you ended up doubting yourself, not them. You'd notice something, a comment that didn't sit right, a moment that felt strange, a line that quietly got moved. And then, somehow, you'd talk yourself out of it. They're just intense. They've been through a lot. I'm probably being too sensitive. I don't want to seem ungrateful. That's not you being fair. That's a dynamic that slowly taught you not to trust your own signals. So for example, something happened and then within minutes or hours, you've built an entire internal case for why it was fine or why you were the one who was overreacting, why it wasn't what it seemed to be. You became your own best advocate for the dynamic that was hurting you. But your body knew. It was tracking the entire time. You just weren't taught to trust it more than their explanation. A healthy mentor welcomes questions about the relationship. If something feels off, they want to hear it. A safe dynamic doesn't require you to override your own signals in order to stay in it. Sign number 7. The thought of leaving felt like losing yourself entirely. Now, this is the one people miss because they're too busy analyzing the mentor. Were they good or were they bad? Did they intend it? Did they even realize what they were doing? But sometimes the clearest sign isn't what they did. It's what the dynamic did to you. Because it wasn't just losing a mentor, it was losing yourself, your direction, your framework, your sense of what you were even capable of without them in the picture. And when their absence feels like an identity crisis, that's not mentorship that built you. That's mentorship that built a need for them. So if you were to maybe imagine outgrowing them, the feeling wasn't excitement. It might have been terror because somewhere along the way, you stopped being able to see yourself without them in the picture. A healthy mentor, however, is actively working towards your independence from them. Their job is to make themselves unnecessary. Their success is measured by how well you can stand without them. And if part of you is thinking right now, how did I not see this sooner? Why did I trust them? That's not proof that you were foolish. That is proof that this was designed to be invisible while it was happening. Because when someone slowly becomes the center of your reality, your growth, your confidence, your sense of direction, you don't feel controlled. You feel chosen. Understanding this alone does not close the loop. You're still thinking about them, still replaying the conversations, the texts, the moments, still finding it hard to move on even now that you can see it was not healthy. Well, that's exactly what my next video is about. Make sure to watch this next.